Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a best of 5 series between Denver and MperorM, starting on Apotheosis, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Denver, hailing from Romandy Gaming, and as far as I can tell, the nation of France. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the green Terran player from the Almost Perfect Esports Club. It is MperorM. So this is a GM level best of 5 series that was put on by the Wednesday's Warriors tournament series. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in learning more. Seems like a pretty great organization. And let's get right on into game number 1 here. So excited to bring you this series. And I'm going to try to bring you basically a 3-game, 5-game, or 7-game series every single week from now on. If I don't, then I just got a little bit too busy, because these take about an hour or 2 of my time to do. And when you have 3 kids and a full-time job and a wife, then your free time is very much limited. But I love you guys, so that's why I do it. All right, so here we are. Pool first here out of Denver. Pool first going into the hatchery. There it is, about the 1 minute and 10 second mark. That's only about 15 seconds later than it normally would be. It's not a huge deal, honestly. It does let you get your queens out sooner. Lets you deal with 3 racks harassment from Reapers. That is very possible from our green Terran player. But regardless, the barracks is going to finish. Is this going to be a Reaper? Let's take a look at it. It is, in fact, going to be a Reaper. Let's go ahead and pull up our Reaper name list and see who this is. This is Pepe. Pepe the Reaper. After being mistaken for a white supremacist symbol, Pepe decides he's had enough of Earth. The poor old meme flees to a very faraway galaxy and enlists to the Terran army so he can put on the Reaper suit and lay waste to the Zerg scum until his final days. Are you guys familiar with the Pepe the Frog meme? If you're not, count yourself lucky. It's really a pretty terrible meme. It's a sad-looking frog. I mean, we've seen it actually on the channel. There was somebody had an icon, a spinning icon of Pepe the Frog with something in his mouth. I thought it was a cigarette. People disagreed, but whatever. Anyway, the point is, Pepe the Frog has been around on Reddit especially. I'm sure he's over on 4chan and crappy places like that. And if you're from 4chan, I apologize for the insult, but that's how I feel about it. 4 lings heading south while the Reaper heads up north. Anyway, Pepe apparently got appropriated by a white supremacist group who uses them in their memes to talk about how awesome white people are and how bad everyone else is. It's not great. It's pretty bad. I don't think anybody uses the meme as a white supremacist at this point. That's kind of generally what people are trying to say, but I disagree with that premise. If you've been using Pepe the Frog for a long time before this, then you keep on using him. You're going to be just fine. Where are you, Pepe? Pepe, oh, gets taken down by the queen at the last second there. Did manage to kill what? Did he kill a drone? No. A ling, possibly? He killed something, maybe a creep tumor, but he got taken out pretty quickly there as well. Ling get knocked down at the front door here of MperorM. The other 2 retreating. They could not delay the construction of this command center. 2 Marines versus 2 Lings, not going to go very well. MperorM shoving those Lings back very quickly. Income tab shows us a 27 to 23 Harvester discrepancy in favor of Denver, again from Romandy Gaming. If you remember Railgun from my channel, he was a member of Romandy Gaming for a little bit. He still actually has the Romandy Game banner on his Twitter page, which is funny because he's not part of their organization. He even says so in his bio. He's like, I'm not with Romandy, but I just like the banner. It looks great, so he's kept it. Which I think is very funny. Anyway, he's from Switzerland, which is why I think Denver is European on some level. Also, the fact that a lot of his tweets are in French seems to indicate he is from France. I wonder if I could check. Could have checked Liquipedia. They don't have many just straight GM players, though. They generally kind of stick to the professional level things. And if there is a GM player listed, it's just because he was in a tournament and there's not actually a page for him in the Liquipedia. Anyway, 3rd base here for Denver here at the gold base. And what is MperorM working on? A lot of Marines. Is this that 5-minute thingy with the double medevacs? It certainly is. There's the swap. There's the reactor. There's the medevac 1 and medevac 2. One of them got canceled temporarily there, but on its way out, Marine count 4 minutes and 20 seconds in. We should have that drop by 5 minutes. And if Denver is worth his salt at a GM Zerg player, he should know what is coming. He's actually making infestors already. That was a quick infestor push, Mr. Denver, sir, which reminds me of Denver the Last Dinosaur. Was that that was a cartoon, wasn't it? Back when I was a kid, back in the 90s. And as it was the 90s, Denver the Dinosaur wore like a Letterman jacket and sunglasses because, you know, dinosaurs were rad and hip back then. And I don't remember much about the plot other than it was a dinosaur who could talk and who hung out with kids. And I'm sure they had all sorts of wacky, zany adventures. Anyway, also Denver reminds me of the Denver omelet, which is a very wonderful meat-based omelet with like sausage and bacon and stuff in it. So wonderful. And also Denver, the city in Colorado, which is next to the state that I'm in. Anyway, Ling's heading on down. Some speed links coming in here from Denver. Good old supply depot while just finishing right on time for MperorM. Lifting a few Marines back there should hold that off. The drop unloading outside the gold base. Here we go. Infestors are here. Do they have enough for fungal growth? They do not. The push coming in. Going to take down this third base very quickly as they do have stim. Again, there are a bunch of Marines here. There's the fungal, but it's not going to save the hatch. The hatch explodes. Lings get in here a little bit too late. They ran all the way back home. Couldn't make it in time to help out with that fungal, the DPS, and losing that base hurts so bad for Denver. I liked the idea that he had. Have Infestors, have Lings go for a fungal Ling surround, but just a little bit too late. Plus, the Lings were down here trying to harass against the Great Supply Depot while didn't get anything done. And that hurts. Replanting the third base while taking a fourth base up along this top side to the right of his natural. Looking great. The drop here for MperorM, just unloading a little bit away from the third. Healing up for just a second and then boosting into the main. That is a hive. That is a 6-minute hive out of Denver. You're a crazy person. What is he doing? I mean, he's getting +1/+1 for his Ling, so maybe he's just straight up going for Ultras here, but this is one of the fastest rushes to Ultras I've ever seen in my entire life. MperorM decides to head on out. I suppose he remembered the Infestors. Oh, Liberator shows up. Shows up inside the main base of Denver. Kills 8 drones. That hurts quite a bit. Another Liberator here in the natural has 5 kills to her name. That's 9 workers killed by MperorM so far. Queen still in range of that circle somehow. Doesn't get taken down. Liberator still alive, still murdering drones. Run, get out of there. You need more queens. And there is one here in the main. It looks like she took down one of the Liberators there, but 18 workers killed. Another push here from MperorM at the 4th base. Gonna try to take it down. The Lings are here. They don't have +1/+1 yet, but it is enough to force the medevacs away, especially with the threat of Infestors on the ground. You don't want to get chain fungal to death inside those medevacs. It looks like this Queen got 2 kills, has killed both of those Liberators. Nicely done. Well done, Queen, but that hurts. 23 drones killed. It's 36 to 56 workers. MperorM has taken the gold base himself, making that a planetary fortress. Trying to poof creep on a potential 4th base here is Denver. That will work out for him if he survives to the point where MperorM needs a 4th base, because MperorM is pushing out again. He's got Widowmines and Marines, and that is it. He's making a Marauder. He's working on +1/+1 upgrades. He's not quite there yet. Marines taking on an Overlord, just scouting along this left side. Some Lings trying to see what is up. They do scout the big push heading north. Where are they going? They're checking for this base. Planetary Fortress will be up momentarily. They might get an SCV kill, and they do. They do get an SCV kill, but then PF takes them down along with the SCVs fighting for themselves. Stimming forward here is MperorM moving up to that 4th base, which is not dead yet. It's not dead yet, but a lot of Lings and Infestors are here. Widowmine going to get some shots off if he's not careful. Widowmine shot does not actually fire. Surprisingly, no. One gets taken out. No. Oof. Widowmine. Nope. Not going to fire again there. There's a nice fungal on those Marines just in range of the hatchery. They are backing out, though. Lings on top of everything. Widowmine shot there. Fungals on top of stuff as well. And I'm not sure if there are enough Lings to do this. And that is it. A GG from Denver. Denver is defeated. MperorM takes game number 1 here and is victorious. Well done indeed. Well done indeed by MperorM taking game number 1. I just feel like Denver got a little bit too greedy. I mean, was he going for Ultras? He doesn't necessarily have an Ultraless Cavern, but the hive at 6 minutes, Infestation Pit, he had a Baneling Nest and a Roach Warren, but he never really, I don't think he made any of the Roaches or the Banelings to speak of. He just kind of tried to hold it with Ling Infestor, and I think he might have been able to do it if he hadn't lost that third and if the Liberator Harass hadn't done so much damage in those early minutes of the game. So that's it from game number 1 between Denver and MperorM. Let's move on to game number 2 and see if Denver can even up this series. I'll be right back. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to game 2 between MperorM and Denver here on New Gettysburg, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player currently down 1-0, and from Romedy Gaming, it is Denver. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the yellow Terran player, ooh, looking fancy, up 1-0 in the current series. It is MperorM hailing from the Almost Perfect Esports Club. Did I say club in game number 1? I might not have, now that I think back on it. Sometimes my brain is just in weird places when I'm doing intros, and I'm not sure what it is. I'm trying to focus, though. I'm trying to focus better for you guys. I know I really messed one up about a week ago, where I called the player in the wrong corner of the map and the wrong race. It was bad. It was like two for right there. Denver looks like he actually might be going for the hatch first this time around instead of the spawning pool first, and he is. Hatch first there in his natural location. I love the yellow. Have I told you recently how much I like the yellow? I love the yellow, especially back in Warcraft 2. Yellow playing as the orcs, it just looked amazing, especially with troll berserkers. They looked amazing with their markings, all yellow and lit up and stuff. Zerg with yellow also looks fantastic, I think. But Terran with yellow is pretty great too. So meanwhile, back in the Terran side of things, which I guess we've been here the whole time, definitely could be a Reaper expand. Our timing looks good on that gas income for Mr. MperorM, and it is going to be a Reaper. It is a Reaper. Was this not played on the Game Heart interface? Why is this one not showing what it is up here? How come the game 1 was on Game Heart and game 2 is not? I don't understand. Anyway, here we go. This Reaper's name is going to be Ronald Rump. He was sent to a Terran prison even after winning the general elections. That might be some political commentary there. I'm not going to go ahead and say who it's for or who it's against. It's a little confusing and ambiguous as it is, so we'll just kind of leave that alone. But this is Ronald Rump, everybody. Ronald Rump the Reaper. He's going to try to head on out and murder him some lings as he was sentenced to Reaper duty even after winning, whatever that means. So here he goes, heading on out. He has hatred in his eyes. You can see down there in his 3D portrait. He's very upset about this turn of events. He's going to be the Reaper that's going to live through the entire game. That is his plan. That is his plan here for MperorM. 2 lings going to chase Ronald Rump off. Creep might lose one of those. Nope, not quite able to get it. Oh, he does. He gets one of the lings. 2 more lings come in. Come on, Ronald Rump. Good micro, good micro. KD8 charge knocked down. Did he just kill himself with his own KD8 charge? Hang on. So he comes in. He gets a ling kill. That's wonderful. 2 more lings pop out, surround him. He is down to 10 hit points. And yes, he KD8 charges himself to Kingdom Come. That was wonderful. He did kill 2 lings and kind of weakened some of these drones, but that was it. Ronald Rump, you lived hard and you flashed brightly and you died quickly. That's amazing. So actually what it looks like here is a 3 racks opening out of MperorM. This is very interesting. 3 racks opening. Command center being upgraded to an orbital command inside his natural base here. Bunker at the front for MperorM as well. So I don't know what he's planning on doing. Obviously there's no factory. He's got an engineering bay though. So going to work on +1 attack. What is... I don't think I've seen this build. I don't think I've seen this. I mean, the 3 racks opening is usually reserved for Reapers, but this is just a 3 racks straight up Marine opening. He's getting stim for his Marines, but he's not doing anything to give them medevacs to heal them. This looks like an all-in from MperorM, and I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Another tech lab on the way. I think that might actually be to give him combat shield. And another infestation pit. Denver just rushes for these things. Wow, he already has a lair. I need to pay closer attention to his production tab because he does stuff really fast. 3rd base on the way here for Denver, and he's got an infestation pit on the way at the 3-minute and 55-second mark. I like this. I like this Zerg guy. His strategy in game 1 did not work out, but it was pretty darn solid, if I do say so myself. Marines, and more Marines. Yep, stim and combat shield and +1 attack coming in. MperorM is planning on just marching right across the map here with 1 million Marines with upgrades of +1, combat shield, and stim, and just seeing what he can do. Denver immediately going for infestors, not getting the pathogen glands upgrade. He's not waiting for that. That's 57 seconds. He's just getting infestors straight up. Going to let them generate their own energy and then throw down fungals when they need to or when they're able to. And I like the positioning of overlords here. Sees the number of Marines down here. Says, all right, there might be some aggression coming from my opponent. Has an overlord here, so we can scout that little narrow passageway, and another one here, which I don't know how useful the overlord is scouting in this location, because you're not going to come through here unless you kill these 2 destructible rocks in the middle, but whatever. Another overlord potentially scouting out a 3rd base that Emperor's going for. Emperor's going for a 3rd base. I would almost say this is an all-in, but Ling's up here trying to see what's up. There are some Marauders getting mixed in. All right, so it's going to be a huge Marine Marauder push out of MperorM. And he's just going to try to end this thing now, here at the 5-minute mark. What is the answer going to be? Baneling Nest just about to complete here for Denver. He's got tons of lings coming in. The Infestors have enough for fungal? No, but almost. Almost. They're 4 points of the what is that? It's not mana. It's energy away from getting a fungal off. And there it is. There's the fungal. Both Infestors die, but a nice fungal hit on all these Marines, killing a bunch of them with the Link support. Queen ends up dead. A bunch of these guys are still here. Overstimmed a little bit, though. They are down to very low hit point totals. And I think, yep, Queen going to get some shots off. Drones fighting as well. Great stutter step action here from MperorM. Queens trying to pick off as many units as they possibly can, but no, can't quite do it. And the drones coming in, Lings coming in. They do clean everything out. And Emperor is left with nothing. I don't know. What are we looking at? 46 to 35 Harvesters. MperorM actually has more workers than I thought. Killed 13 drones and still has a third base. So, I mean, I don't know. That wasn't an all-in, I wouldn't say. It didn't kill the Zerg, and he's not dead at this point. So Lings are running on up into this third base. That's going to be an orbital command, but it's not there yet. Doesn't matter. Lings on top of everything. This counterattack by Denver might be fairly brutal and effective. Nope, some Marines do come up with a couple Marauders in support and do manage to save that third base. More drones coming in for Denver, trying to replace the ones that he lost. +1 armor coming in. Finally getting... Are you still... Do you still not have a factory? Oh, he does have a factory. Okay, there's a factory and a starport here. Medevacs are starting to be constructed as well. So resources lost. 1,600 for the Terran, 2,600 for the Zerg. So I'd say that attack was successful out of MperorM. It looks like it caught the Zerg by surprise. Once again, rushing to those Infestors. It worked out better for him this time, but he still lost a lot of stuff. Lings on this third base, just going to town, killing SCVs like there is no tomorrow. Trying to take down this orbital command as well, getting some shots off. No upgrades on these guys, so they're not going to be able to kill it. Some Marines come in, and the Lings decide to back on out. Marauders as well. Killing creep tumors at the front is another group of Marines and Marauders from MperorM. Fourth base on the way for Denver. This is how I used to play Brood War. I used to just expand like there was no care in the world. Expand like 6 times, then go for mutas, and then just macro everyone to death. Until I played against a person who knew what they were doing, and he said, "I'm not going to let you get 6 bases unopposed. What kind of jerk do you think I am?" And he continued to wreck me from that day forward. He just basically countered my strategy by sticking stuff in my face until I conceded. Another Ling counterattack here from Denver, picking up some Marines, trying to join their friends at the front line. And the Lings clear everything out, going after more SCVs here. Beautiful play with these Lings from Denver. More Marines, more Marauders forced to come back home to deal with this Ling infestation. And the Lings are hold positioning on these SCVs, killing a whole bunch of them. There's a Marine up here at the 4th base of Denver, and a drop also here in the main base of Denver. Queen's Infestor Queen combination doing pretty well. Medevac actually ends up falling. Marines are going to get killed as well here, but 24 workers killed by MperorM, 17 by Denver at this point. And there's that Hive, 8-minute Hive this time from Denver. Not as early as the last game, but he is pushing so hard for Hive. +2/+2 on the way for MperorM. +1/+1 for the melee attack, and the ground carapace just now wrapping up for Denver. Immediately going into +2/+2, immediately going for adrenal glands, and here comes Emperor. Here comes Emperor. I think he smells what's coming. I think he smells the fact that there might be ultras on the way soon. He needs to kill the Zerg player before that happens. And here he comes. Marines, Marauders, killing creep tumors, coming up around the Zelnaga way at the north side, checking to see if there are any bases up here at the very top on the right. There are not. But that 4th base he knows is there. Here comes some Banelings. They do not have speed yet. Just now starting Banelings speed. Good fungal, though. Catching those units, crashing on top of a Widow Mine of those Banelings. I'm not sure that's what they wanted to do, but hey, life happens. Going after this 4th base hard are the Marines and the Marauders. They do have that +1/+1. Fungal dodged most ably by MperorM. Banelings getting target fired down for the most part. Amazing split by MperorM coming into this 4th base. More fungals. That's a much better fungal from Denver. Doing a great job. The chain fungal hurting a lot here for Emperor, but it is enough to actually kill him. No, Denver with the GG. Denver is defeated. The fungal was not enough. His Lings did not have the upgrades required. His Banelings did not have speed. And MperorM is victorious, taking another win for Terran, going up 2-0 against his opponent. Amazing, amazing start here for MperorM. Denver, I feel like, is a great player. He's just Playing a little too greedy. Like, maybe don't go for the hive that fast. Don't go for the 4th base quite that fast. I guess the 3rd base is up and running for Emperor. You kind of have to. You kind of have to, but at the same time, more banelings with speed especially would have been super useful in this situation. I love the fungals, but he just didn't have the other units required to actually clean up the Marines and Marauders to make it worth it. So, nicely done to Emperor, taking a 2-0 lead on this series. Can he wipe out the Zerg player in game number 3? We will find out in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to this best of 5 game series between Denver and MperorM here on Galactic Process, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player, currently down 2-0 against his opponent. It is Denver from Romandy Gaming. And in the top right side of the map, we have the purple Terran player from the Almost Perfect Esports Club with a very impressive 2-0 series lead on his Zerg opponent. It is MperorM. Alright, so again, this is a GM level best of 5 from the Wednesday's Warriors Tournament Series. Again, link in the description if you're curious about learning more about this organization. Seems like a pretty good one. Seems like a pretty fantastic one if you were to ask Falcon and Paladin's opinion. I'm just playing the worst series of my entire life. Haha, says Denver. Dude, again, I like what Denver's doing. He's just 6-minute hives are crazy. Yep, I don't understand the Infestor Rush, says MperorM, to be honest. It's true. You can get so many banelings out, so many roaches out, Ravagers too. Instead of rushing to Infestors, it would help immensely in these early 5 to 6 minute ranges of the games he's struggling so much in. Denver says it's pretty strong, unless your opponent shows up earlier than they should. Anyway, it is a pool first here from Denver, going into the hatch at his natural base. Again, not much later than it normally would be. MperorM says, my teammate made it up. Made up the Infestor Rush play. Really? So somebody from the Almost Perfect Esports Club did that. An Infestor Rush guide. Who is? I'm curious too. Who is it? Who is it? MperorM, tell us. Alchemic. I need to watch more of this guy, apparently. Hey, somebody get in contact with Alchemic and have him send me replays. It sounds like someone who's experimenting with StarCraft 2, and I love it. I love experimentation when it comes to StarCraft. Reaper expand again here from MperorM. Let's pull up our Reaper name list. We've had some fun ones so far in this series. This one is going to be Lord V, a sergeant that defied orders to save the life of his squad. He was court-martialed and sentenced to death by the Reaper program. So Lord V, he saved his people. He saved his people in his squad, but apparently disobeyed his commanders. So they court-martialed him, sentenced him to death in a Reaper suit. And you know what? That's as pretty sure as a death sentence as you can ever get. Meanwhile, these people are still arguing about who invented this Infestor Rush play. Stop typing. Play StarCraft. Stop typing a lot. It hurts your StarCraft abilities. And coming back is Lord V trying to save his... Yep, trying to save this SCV from a fate worse than death. Well done! Getting back here. Might be able to save it. And... SCV, run! Run for your life. No, doesn't save it, but he does get revenge. He does avenge the death of that SCV by killing 4 lings all by himself. Nicely done. Nicely done, Lord V, or Lord 5. It just said V. It could have been the Roman numeral for 5, or just could have been V. I'm going to call him Lord V, because I think that stands for victorious. Denver going for the 2.5 minute lair. There we go. See it in the production tab, lair. I said I'd watch him a little bit more closely. And I am. Factory here on the way for MperorM. Reaper shows up. Lord V gonna get a drone kill. Make that drone into a spore caller. Did it. Did it. Queen's taking down Lord V. Get out of there. Oh, Lord V. Lord V dies as his superiors wanted him to. And did he kill a worker? No. No, he did not. Bummer. Bummer there for Lord V, but he will be remembered. He will be remembered and missed. Overlord just hanging around this 3rd base location for MperorM. 4 Marines come in and just blow it out of the sky. Bad place. Bad place to be, Overlord. Not looking good so far for you. There's the factory. There's the starport. MperorM moves back into his game number 1 strategy of the 5-minute double medevac Marine drop, which has actually been pretty popular on the channel as of late. Seeing a lot of it in these GM games that I've been casting lately. Marines taking down yet another Overlord. Tries to find a happy spot. Scanned! And destroyed. Try to set on this high ground just outside of the ramp of the main base, or the natural base for MperorM. But nope, killing them Overlords. To Denver's credit, he's not being supply blocked by these Overlord deaths, so he's keeping up with his Overlord production. There's that Infestor Rush again. I mean, if at first you don't succeed, try again, but at some level, The Infestor Rush did not work for him in games 1 or 2. But here, yep, there's that double Infestor again. Third base on the way from Denver. I don't know why you'd go super unorthodox when there are so many other things that Zerg players can do that seem much, much more effective against Terran. I mean, admittedly, this is a 2-game sample. And just because it didn't work in 2 games doesn't mean it never works. But I feel like there are some standards we've seen from players, such as Buildings on the channel, such as True and Legacy of the Void, that just work against Terran. There's no need to do weird stuff. No need to get crazy, but you know what? Here we come. MperorM moving out with that double medevac drop. A ton of Marines inside there. Infestors do not have enough for fungal growth yet. About 15 energy points away from that. And in the meantime, MperorM has just a field day with whatever he wants to do. 12 Lings on the way for Denver. Is it going to be enough? It's 26 Lings versus 20 Marines. That's just not it. You need more than that. Landing on the outside of the creep again is Emperor. That might save Denver the time that he needs. No crap! The Infestor, one Infestor gets caught out in the open, burned down. A fungal growth does come down from one of the Infestors, and the Lings clean up that drop a little bit more effectively than I expected them to. Nicely done, Lings, with no upgrades, except for speed, but I mean no attack or defense upgrades, and that does push MperorM back. And there's no chatter. No chatter now. Interesting. I thought Denver would have gloated a little bit, or Emperor would have maybe given a sarcastic clap, but perhaps these people are more friendly more friendly than I can be on the ladder sometimes. I don't ever BM you guys. Nope, not me. And here we go, dropping outside the creep again. The remaining 5 Marines of the 20 that existed. Resources lost 1,000 to 700. Whew. In favor of Denver. Has not lost as much as his opponent. Hasn't lost any drones so far. It's 53 to 47 workers. He's got that worker count lead. The Marines coming in, killing creep tumors. Lings getting a surround on these Marines. Doesn't manage to kill us. Oh, did they kill a single one? Might have killed a single one, but lost a lot of Lings in the process. So yeah, not a super cost-efficient thing, but the Queens show up and cause problems. Double Liberator attack. Double Liberator here inside the main base. Spore Crawler takes out one of them. 4 drones have died so far. Other Liberator tries to sneak on down to this natural base. The Ravager's waiting for that. Waiting for the setup of the Defender Mode Circle, and bam, taking it out. Well defended there. See, Ravagers, man. Don't skip Ravagers. They're really good against this early Liberator stuff. So MperorM just basically doing what he tried to do in game number 1. Not working as well for him here in game number 3. Might spell some trouble later on down the road. He's working on +1/+1 for his Marines and his Marauders and his Ghosts here at the engineering bays. 2 of those. +1 ground carapace, and we've got missile attack level 1 coming in from Denver. So he's upgrading his Roaches and his Ravagers. Perhaps switching things up a little bit here. Destructible is going to get knocked down into the ground and not be destroyed. Such a bad name, Destructible. There it goes. Shoink. Just slides into the ground there. I don't know. Maybe the force field gets destroyed. Is that what they're talking about? StarCraft, please answer. Please answer to me. Another drop attempt here from Emperor, just with more Marines. No Widowmines, no Marauders. Just coming in for round number 2, 2.5 minutes later. I don't know what this is supposed to accomplish. I mean, if you're going to come at 7 to 8 minutes, bring some Liberators, bring some Widowmines, bring some Marauders, bring something different. Your first attack didn't do anything at 5 minutes. Why would it do anything differently here at 8? I don't understand. Widowmine drop here inside the natural base. Great pull of workers, though. No kills on these Widowmines. One gets taken out immediately. The other one getting taken down as well with Corrosive Bile. Ka-chink. The Marines trying to clear a lot of these creep tumors here at the front door. Trying to take out this 4th base, actually, that Denver is going for. Can they get it? The Stutter Step Rainbow is here, and yes, they get it. I guess it's not a rainbow. It's more of a circle, more of a ring around the rosy type situation. But yeah, killed 4 drones. Another Liberator showing up at the 3rd base, getting taken down by a Spore Crawler again. I mean, I understand what's happening here. MperorM is trying to do multiple stuff at once. So it's hard for him to pay attention to all the Liberators and all the drops he has going on. But Liberators getting killed by Spore Crawlers is very difficult. Very difficult to see here. Resources lost, 2,200 for Denver, 2,600 for the Terran player. 1 worker killed by Denver, and 8 killed by MperorM, and it is currently 62 to 60 workers. Denver has a very slim lead on his opponent, and he's replacing his 4th base. Is there another Liberator back here? No. Purple doesn't show up well when there's purple creep all over. Lings getting into this 3rd base, knocking down those rocks to the left side, and then escaping for their lives. 3rd base is up and functional for MperorM. I might not have mentioned that previously. Here comes a Roach Ravager push from Denver. Once again, this can be really good until about 13 minutes. So he needs to make something happen in the next 5 minutes, or he's in a lot of trouble. Corrosive Vials being landed on down, trying to kill supply depots, trying to kill Marauders that are showing up, trying to sneak up this great fungal. The fungal bile, boom, killing a bunch of Marines and Marauders there. Killing SCVs as well. Supply depots are burning down. I'm not sure you can afford to lose all 3 of these. Repair the mule drop. The mule drop and the repair, but coming on in here again to fight. Gets 2 of the supply depots and does supply block MperorM just a little bit. Hive on the way. A more reasonable 9.5 minute hive out of Denver, getting +2/+2 for these roaches and these Ravagers getting glial reconstitution. But here comes the Denver. He's got tanks now. He's got flying tanks. He's got Marines. He's got Marauders. He's working on +2/+2. +2 attack. Not quite there yet. Will not be there for a while. Coming in. Nice fungal. Once again, the fungal and the corrosive bile with the concave action here from Denver is beautiful to behold. Ravagers on top of everything of fungal bile on the tanks. Oh, that was a big, big play there by Denver. Fungal biling the flying tank combination. Gorgeous. Man, fungal bile really good. I don't know why I don't see it more from Zergs, to be honest. Taking down the destructible on the north side of the map here, just outside of the 3rd base of Emperor. Tanks are setting up. Marauders are setting up. Marines setting up shop as well. Does he want to go up here? He's going up. Well, not. Yes, he is going up here. Liberator setting up shop. The purple circle's looking very beautiful. Corrosive bile taking out the Liberator, though, and a tank. Corrosive bile targeting beautiful from Denver thus far, coming right on in. Tank just picked up at the last second by Emperor. Does not lose his last one. But he's down 172 to 121 total supply. Like I said, the Zerg player needs to win this thing in the next couple minutes, and it looks like he may very well be able to. He's severely outnumbering his Terran opponent. It's 99 to 29 army supply. 3rd base is forfeit. Corrosive biles being used on these barracks. SCVs coming in to fight as well, losing SCVs up to 9, 10, 12. Fungal growth on the Marine SCV group there as well. 42 SCVs killed in the last handful of seconds. MperorM does not want to tap out, but he's down 187 to 60 total supply, and that's it. A GG from MperorM. MperorM is defeated, and Denver is victorious here in game number 3, bringing the series to a 2-2-1 series lead, with MperorM having that lead. But wow, that was scary. I haven't seen that efficient of a Roach Ravager Infestor push in a long time on my channel, I don't think. Usually it just seems like Terran or Zergs rush for Ultras, and the ones that kind of go for this Roach Ravager stuff can't quite kill their opponent before that 15-minute mark comes up, before the 14-minute mark comes up, rather, and they end up getting beat by the Terran. But Denver came in at 10 minutes. By 11:25, he'd won the game. That was it. Fantastic play overall by him. The +2/+2, amazing. Infestor, 8 kills, 3 kills on those ones. The fungal grows beautifully on spot. And the corrosive bile is just on target throughout that entire last attack. Just gorgeous. That one has 10 kills, that Ravager does. 7 kills, 5 kills. I mean, 5 Ravagers doing great for the Swarm today. All right, so that's game number 3. Let's move into game number 4, and I'll be back in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to Game 4 between MperorM and Denver here on Frost, the Ladder Edition. In the top left side of the map, enjoying a 2-1 series, or game lead rather, on his opponent, it is the Red Terran player, MperorM, hailing from the Almost Perfect Esports Club. He's chosen a more normal red in this game. And in the top right side of the map is his opponent, currently down 1 games to 2 and in danger of elimination any second. It is the Blue Zerg player, Denver, from Romandy Gaming. Alright, so Denver with a very strong showing in game number 3. He rushed Infestor, made it work, did not skip Ravager this time, did not try to get to the end game with Infestor Ling, which apparently does not work super well. At least not at this level of StarCraft 2. Actually went Roach Ravager with +2/+2 Infestor support and wrecked at about the 11-minute mark. So game number 4 here, we will see what we get. MperorM saying, I don't want why people go Ling Bane. Roach Ravager seems so much better to me. You know what? I'm going to have to agree with you to a certain point. The thing about Banelings, I've had this complaint for a long time. Yeah, late game you don't have the upgrades, it's true. But for a while it's very good. As Banelings, they're a great counter to Marines, but they die. Right? So they kill the Marines, but they take themselves with them. Whereas things like Roaches and Ravagers, if they just wreck a composition, they're still there. And they can still keep going. Banelings aren't my favorite unit in the game. And that would explain why. Alright, so Reaper expand here again from MperorM. He has not changed his strategy a single bit in this series so far. This Reaper's name is Life. Life is a former SC2 player. He was caught commanding the Zerg army and gambling, and was sentenced to a fate much worse than death. To put on a Reaper suit and fight his beloved Zerg and Lifelings, but at least we get to see him in that StarCraft 2 game once more. Oh, Life, I miss you. I miss you so much. I mean, he was definitely my favorite Zerg in Heart of the Swarm. Just his aggressive styles, his 3-base Ling Baneling all-ins against Terran were beautiful to behold. And then he got busted for gambling on his own games, and now he's a Reaper, apparently. So, Life, if he doesn't get many kills, it's probably because he's reluctant to kill his fellow Swarm members. But here he comes. Actually, did he guess the right direction here? He might have guessed the right direction to find it. Kitty 8 charge thrown down, missing their drone into a Spore Crawler. Lings popping out on this creep. Can they? Two more show up and changing the final drone into a Spore Crawler. He does manage to escape. Life. Kitty 8 charging those Lings, all 4 of them. Beautiful hit. I mean, he's done some great micro, but he does have a single Ling kill to show for it. I was going to say he doesn't have any kills, but he has one. He's got 1 Ling kill to show for it, and he's playing hard. So Life getting shot in the face by a Queen. That's never a good feeling. Going to escape again. Allows combat drugs to heal himself up. Factory just about to complete for MperorM, as we can see in the production tab, and likely going to be a starport immediately following. Does he have enough for the starport? He does. And let's see it come in. Let's see the timing. Let's see it. Getting a Widowmine first. All right. That's interesting. No starport? No, looking around. All right, fine. Life coming in here to the main mineral line. Kitty 8 charge blowing one of those drones back, but forced to escape again as a Queen. Wants to stab him in the face. Why do you not? There's a starport. Okay, so way later than I thought it would be. Apparently waiting for this Widowmine to finish first, which, sure. All right, get a Widowmine, I guess. You're going to push out with these Marines and these Widowmines? Nope, the Widowmine is actually going to play defense while the Marines move out and do some fun things. Killing a Ling on the ramp just outside the natural. 3rd base on the way from Denver as well. Here comes Life. He's still alive, which, now that I think about it, it makes sense that Life would still be alive. There's that infestation pit. Kitty 8 charge trying to take down a creep tumor. It just can't quite get it with the 10 hit points of damage that it does. Trying to kill this 3rd base using Kitty 8 charges and shots, positioning himself in a way that Lings will not immediately murder him when they show up. But I don't. Where are the Lings? Or do you not care about your 3rd base, Denver? Where are you at, man? Inject time. Go for it. There it is. There's your inject. Nicely done. Life could be the first Reaper in the history of Legacy of the Void to take down a hatch. This Queen is slow marching her way down to save it, and she's going to get there. Because, I mean, he hasn't made too much of a difference in this hatchery's hit point total. And Queen shows up, Lings show up, Speedlings chasing the Reaper away. Life run. He does survive, though. What? Life lives. With 13 hit points to his name, combat drugs healing him up for the 3rd time in this game. Marines drop, 5-minute drop coming here from MperorM. Lings taken out. Oh, a Widowmine that tried to do the advanced thing here. Got taken down by the Lings instead. Got discovered. Holding the southern Zelnanga Watchtower is Life. We'll keep an eye on him. How about we do that? Ling holding the northern Zelnanga Watchtower. Sees exactly what is up. Sees these Marines coming. Somehow MperorM unloads all of his Marines at the tower. And he's going to go ahead and march them directly to his opponent's base. So here we go. Lings are out. Infestors are out. Actually, are there infestors out? There are infestors out. I don't know where they are. We'll keep an eye open for them. Splitting a little bit better there. There are the infestors. MperorM. The problem with splitting is then Lings get nice surrounds on all your Marines and murder them. So good job there by Denver, forcing this push away. MperorM doesn't lose as many Marines as he did in game number 3 with that early push. But he's retreating just the same. Life continuing to run around with his single kill. Gonna join up with the Marines, gonna lead the Marines in his fight against the Zerg. Could he be a double agent, though? He's getting lifted into a medevac. We don't see that a lot from Reapers. They don't usually survive long enough to get into a medevac at all. So here he goes. He's gonna boost his way up. Overlord scouting that perfectly. Another Overlord scouting the remainder of this path perfectly. The flight plan is logged in the Zerg Overmind, or in Kerrigan's brain, whatever it is. Roaches here, centrifugal hooks on the way and dropping on the main base, but Lings are here with their surround action. Kitty 8 charge, knocking everyone back. Is the Reaper dead? Life died in that, but he did Kitty 8 charge everything, and might have actually helped in the killing of some of his fellow Marines. So it looks like he did go double agent after all. and helped out his Zerg friends as well as he possibly could before he went. Yeah, everybody stimmed and KD8 charged in the face. Not a good combination if you're a Terran player here. Plus, what is that? +2 attack on the way for MperorM. Combat shield on the way too. And +1/+1 for melee attack and ground carapace this time. So he is getting roaches, is Denver, but perhaps going for the ultras here in game number 4, which he hasn't been able to do so far. So we'll see if that works out for him or not. Infestors doing well. I mean, they're here. 2 of them. That's all he's got. All he's got is 2 of them. They're doing pretty well. Some fungals have been nice. Don't have any kills to their names quite yet. There's the Ravager, though. Ravager popping out for the Denver. Income tab is 51 to 59 Harvesters. Denver has a nice lead there. The attacks by Emperor have just not been able to do anything. Is the problem. 7.5 minute hive this time out of Denver. We've got a command center at the 3rd base, upgrading to an orbital command, and a 4th base, about 40% complete by Denver, just south of that 3rd. What do we got? Here we go. Big medevac push coming here from MperorM, flying south. It looks like he wants to take out that 4th base, which it makes sense to me. It's kind of isolated. It's kind of far away from the rest of Denver's stuff. That angle of attack looks exactly like what he's doing. Here we go. Ling's Banelings, though. Banelings with speed. Remember we said about he doesn't understand why people go Ling, Baneling. Oh, the fungal bile, the chain fungal, and all the medevacs. Killing one of them, another fungal, catching them all. Is there enough DPS? Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. MperorM loses all of his medevacs and all of his army. I mean, not all of it. He still had some stuff back home, apparently. Where is that stuff? Here it is. Some scattered Marines and some Widow Mines, but he lost most of his medevacs there in one chain fungal bile play. That's got to hurt. Terran players, that's got to hurt to see. Doesn't it hurt to see? It hurts to see. All right, so Denver has scratched and fought and clawed his way back to the deciding game number 5 after going down 2 games to 0. He has won the next 2, and we have the deciding rubber match coming up right now. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to Game 5 between MperorM and Denver in this Best of 5 series here on King Sejon Station, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom right side of the map, having clawed his way back to a 2-2 series tie, it is Denver from Romany Gaming. And in the top left side of the map, somehow having lost games 3 and 4 after winning games 1 and 2, it is the Red Terran player MperorM from the Almost Perfect Esports Club. Woo! So great series. Any 5-game series that goes to a Game 5 is going to be considered great in my book. No arguments from me. Denver has gone for that quick infestor rush in every game, and it's worked for him twice, and it's failed for him twice. And it's failed or worked for him more recently in the last couple games, so I feel like he's on a roll, has a bit of a momentum going here. Momentum. Sounds like a song. Ba 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 baran ma 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 momentum. Anyway, shouldn't cast this late. Really shouldn't cast this late, but I do. Pool first out of Denver, going into the hatch. Again, the hatch is not going to be very late compared to a hatch first play. Lets him get his queen out faster, lets him tech up more quickly, and lets him get that infestation pit a little bit more quickly than he otherwise would be able to, which is why Denver is doing what he is doing. Could be a Reaper expand for the 5th time in a row from MperorM. He hasn't been super successful with them, but you kind of have to do it. Kind of have to do it against the Zergies. There it is, Reaper. This Reaper's name is Danton. Now, I did some Googling before I cast this game to see what Danton was, and it reminds me of the Count of Monte Cristo, and it also reminds me of the Three Musketeers, both of them French novels, with characters that have the name Danton, but they aren't main characters. Like, it's not like the main character in either of those novels, or any of the characters, main characters, is named Danton. So, I don't know. Person who suggested it maybe can tell me what is up, but for now, I'm going to name him the French Danton. He is coming out to avenge the loss of his honor after a Zergling came to his wedding and disrupted things and actually ended up murdering his brother at the wedding. So he's out for blood. He's out to destroy as much of the Zerg as he possibly can. He's strapped on a Reaper suit. Everyone said, "What are you doing, Danton? You are crazy." If you strap on the Reaper suit, you will die, and he does not care. He must get the family honor back and avenge the death of his brother. Unfortunately, queens are difficult. Queens are difficult to deal with. Queen already stabbing him in the face. And again, that's kind of the benefit of that early pool, is you get the queen out faster. And here's that Ling stuff. That's also the benefit of the early pool. Getting on top of the supply depot here so it can't be erased. SCV coming in to try. Nope, does not stop this from happening. Going to try to finish the construction on the base. And no, gets killed with just a tiny few hit points remaining there. Danton is forced to come all the way back home. Lings focusing on the supply depot instead of the Marines get cleaned out. Ooh, that was a bit of a mistake, I think. Got to repair that supply depot. Yes, some SCVs do come in to get that repair action done and finish the command center. So the Ling's doing a little bit more damage than they should have, but again, doing less damage than I think they could have. Actually, if they'd actually turned upon those Marines and killed them instead of going for the supply depot, which they didn't get, might have actually could have killed some of these Marines, lowered that Marine count, put MperorM more on the defensive, and allowed Denver to do more of what he wanted to do later on. So here comes Danton. Once again, KD8 charge thrown down. Doesn't hit anything but a creep tumor. Queen's gonna... Danton. Well, I think we can safely say that Danton did not manage to avenge his brother's death there. Instead, just got burned alive, stabbed in the face, until his jetpack exploded and killed him. Rough times for Danton. Anyway, back to what I was saying. If the Lings had stopped trying to get that supply depot and instead gone for the Marines and gotten guaranteed damage instead of non-guaranteed damage, as Day 9 used to talk about, I think this would have helped a little bit better in the long run for Denver. But you know what? He's fine. Early Ripper didn't do anything whatsoever. He's got an infestation pit coming, which he's very happy about. Third base about 30% complete in the traditional location to the bottom and the left away from his main base. Inject time. Do your thing, Queen in the main. Go! Yes! Yes! Well done. Overlord on the high ground, spotting what is up, seeing that high Marine count, and seeing... Is this the game 2 thing all over again? Looks like game 2 all over again. He's skipping factory. He's skipping starport. He's going right for a 2-base attack with Marines and Marauders with +1 attack, combat shield, and stim. Again, with no medevacs to support, it seems fairly difficult, but he made it work in game number 2. So who's to say it won't work again? Denver trying to knock down this backdoor debris to his natural base. Understandably so, as having tanks right here, just outside that debris in the low ground, they can actually hit your mineral line, cause you all sorts of trouble. Spore Crawler here as well for Denver. That's a blind spore. If he had been able to get an Overlord in here or a Ling Scout, he would know there is not a starport, nor is there a factory for MperorM. And here he comes with his Marines, with his Marauders. 3 Marines, or rather 4 Marauders and 22 Marines, marching across the field here at 5 minutes. I mean, it's a 5-minute attack, but instead of getting medevacs, you just have some Marauder support and a couple more Marines. I don't know. I like it. I do. Ling count is currently 22, which doesn't seem enough to deal with that many Marines and Marauders. Worker count 47 to 40, so Denver has a lead on that economy, but is it going to be enough? Baneling Nest, Evolution Chamber here at the front door. Does he, marching onto the creep, MperorM has made his presence known. Oh, Denver, what you got, man? Infestors trying to throw down that fungal growth, but great splits here by Emperor, not allowing a bulk of his units to get caught by fungals. And nope, still not going to do it. Going to pick off a few of those Lings at the front. Nope. Not going to be able to do that either. The splits are really good. There's a big fungal. Can he get another one? Look out, Infestor. Infestor burned down. Stays on the front lines a little bit too long. Queen's getting burned alive as well. Lings struggling in here. Piecemeal by piecemeal. That is not going to do it for you. Can MperorM win this thing here in game number 5? He's unopposed here in the natural base of Denver. He's going to try to take out whatever he can. This natural hatch is going to die. Drones forced to come in to try and save it. It's not enough. The hatch ends up falling. More and more drones are dying as well. Broodlings trying to kill what they can, but great positioning by MperorM is delaying the deaths of these units, although they eventually are going to fall. But that's a base and 12 drones killed. It's now 49 to 37 harvesters. MperorM has a big-time lead. Lings trying to do a counterattack, trying to get some of that lost resources back. 3,300 resources lost by Denver, 1,800 by MperorM. And the debris might fall, except for the Marines on the high ground, shooing those Lings away. So immediately replanting is natural. Denver is not giving up. Denver is not giving up. He's replanting his Baneling Nest. He recreated his Infestors here. He's working on that +1/+1 for his Lings and his Ultras if he can ever get there, which again, he hasn't done. He hasn't really... the games haven't lasted long enough for him to get there, and he hasn't really gone for that tech path either. He hasn't even made an Ultraless Cavern. Lings here at the third base, causing some mischief, killing an SCV, constructing a bunker. Going to delay that temporarily, but the Marines and Marauders come up to shoo them away, and they are forced to retreat over the frozen tundra back to whence they came. Or back from whence they came? How do you say that? I think it's back to whence they came if they're going there. Back from. Why do I want to say it's back from whence they came? Whatever, English is dumb. Lings sneaking into the natural base. Did not lift the supply depots. Oh, MperorM. That is a big deal, but good job pulling the SCVs out. Pulling them out. One of them does end up getting killed. That could have been a lot worse. Lings stuck in a corner here just a little bit. Going to get massacred by the Marines and the Marauders. But workers killed count is 4 by Denver. So that's fine, I guess. 61 to 44 harvesters. MperorM continuing with that macro. Taking out the Overlord. Scouting his natural base. Spore crawlers continuing to be built here. Centrifugal hooks on the way for banelings. Gonna go this Ling baneling thing with infestor play. Morphing these banelings in very close to that third base. Can they get something done? The bunker might have something to say about it. And here comes another push from MperorM. Marines, Marauders, trying to do stuff. They've got medevac support this time, so that should be nice. Banelings, are they gonna march in here slow-like without any Ling support? Seems weird. Small Marine Marauder hit squad killing creep tumors out along the top right side of the map. Baneling's going for something here. What are you doing? Trying to sneak up away outside that bunker. Getting fired on, though, and going to get a bunch of SCVs. Big-time hits! One more hit might do it. No! Good pull. Good pull, but 11 SCVs died there. What are we looking at? 55 to 51. That lead for MperorM has been reduced significantly. 15 workers killed by Denver, 13 by MperorM throughout this game. A push here by Emperor. Marines, Marauders coming up the front. They do have the +1/+1 again with stem, with combat shield. +2/+2 on the way. Single medevac supporting 3 infestors. Is that the total number of infestors? Yes, 3 infestors here. Oh, Denver, be so careful with these infestors, man. I hate seeing them out in front like this. Just, no, run. Run. All right, so Lings are trying to delay the retreat by MperorM so that he can hit them with fungals. MperorM seems to know what's going on, though. Small drop here in the top right, getting cleaned out by Queens. No drones end up getting killed there either, but pushing out is Denver. This is good. This is a good match. Hive on the way, 9.5-minute hive from Denver. Drilling Claws coming up from MperorM. Double pumping Liberators, another starport on the way. 3 base economy for the Terran, looking good. 4th base on the way for Denver, but not even close to finish yet. Hellion scouting it out. MperorM's going to be able to clear this out. I don't think Denver can save it. He's got Lings, he's got infestors, but there is just so much bio here. 153 to 107 total supply difference in favor of the Terran player. The 4th base does get taken down. Banelings have speed. They're on creep. I don't know if it's enough. Whoa, more Banelings coming in, though. 12 Banelings, to be exact, coming on in. Can the fungal Baneling. There's the fungal hit. Banelings crashing on everything. More Banelings coming in on this creep. The splits are pretty good from Emperor, but getting cleaned out. The Liberators, however, posing a huge problem. Another Ling attack here at the 3rd base by Denver, clearing out a ton of SCVs. He's killed 28 SCVs. Another fungal, though, on the attack here at the natural base. The natural could end up falling once again. Queens coming in, trying to save stuff. Fungals continuing to chain on these biological units. They're stemmed, they're fungal, they're very low on HP, but they're still doing full damage, trying to take this out. But the Lings do manage to show up and do manage to clear out every single one of the Marauders there. Liberators still going to town. 12 kills on one, 6 kills on the other. Queens trying to kill her as she runs. Are there still Lings here at this 3rd base? There is a Ling still here at this 3rd base. Both players throwing haymakers. 47 workers killed by Denver. It's 42 to 39 harvesters. MperorM is clinging to a tiny worker lead right now, going for a 4th base up along this top right side as well. And can Denver reestablish his 4th, or is he going to try to kill MperorM in the next couple minutes here? Because he cannot let the Terran take a 4th and just sit there with it for the time being. He did manage to save his natural, which I think was very important to him if he wanted to win this game. But he's still sitting on 3 bases. He still only has 44 workers, which is just not enough. Not enough to do what he wants to do. Ling's trying to take down this debris again. They do have +2/+2, but again, the Marines on the high ground, enough to shoo them away. Retaking his 4th base on this high ground, just to the left of the main base. Widowmine with 5 kills, sitting just outside the backdoor ramp to the natural. And did get a shot off on some Queens. Not enough to kill the Queens, mind you, because they have a lot of HP, but still kind of annoying there. Overseer's morphing in. Yep, Overseer morphing on in. Widowmine planted at a potential 5th base location at the place where the 4th was killed, if that makes any sense. And here comes another push out of MperorM. He's got Marines, he's got Widowmines, he's got Medevacs. Can he do this thing? Adrenal Glands on the way. Not quite there yet for Denver, which is a problem. Big fungal, big Ling surround. The chain fungal doing a lot of damage to these units. Another fungal on top of them. And MperorM forced to retreat. The fungal grows. This is the most effective fungals I've seen. Maybe in Legacy of the Void, I don't know. Baneling's getting destroyed by that Widowmine, though. Up to, wait, 0 kills? Something killed those. I don't know what it was. Another fungal on top of the Marines and the Medivacs. Can he kill them? The Queen's trying to do what they can. They have +2 armor, but no attack upgrades. Ling's stringing on in. Spore Crawler trying to kill that Medivac. Can't quite do it. Forced to retreat. Widowmine sitting over here at the 4th has 7 kills. Now Overseer. Nope. Spore Crawler going to come in to detect that and get rid of it. Another attack coming in from MperorM. Ling's here at this 4th base. They've got adrenal glands. Their DPS is through the roof. Goodbye. No SCVs. Don't fight. Stop. They are running now. They are running now. 8 SCVs were killed. It's 57 to 55. Harvesters. MperorM again with a tiny, tiny lead right now. This is an insane game 5, you guys. Glad you stuck with me for this long, because this is going extremely well for us for entertainment value. Ling's coming right on in. And again, adrenal glands really great. Widowmine's getting some shots off. Marines just getting murdered in small numbers, though. Trying to go after more of these SCVs, but Marines and Marauders refusing to allow that to happen. Saving the SCVs' lives. Baneling's trying to roll on into this 3rd base. Mules have just landed. Go for it. Baneling hit on the mules. Yes, 6 SCVs killed. Bunker ends up falling as well. Denver. Nicely done, but he is down 141 to 85 total supply, so I don't know that he has the army to defend against this big push we're seeing from Emperor. He's got Liberators, he's got Marines, he's got Widowmines. Pushing on in, Spore Crawler trying to do some stuff, finally gets taken out. Queen here at the front by herself gets destroyed as well. Baneling's coming in from this left side trying to clean up what they can, but being slowed by Marauder. Slowed by Concussive Shell. Interestingly enough, here comes Denver at the natural base. Denver, the last dinosaur, is defending here. MperorM pushing in. Marines at the front. Liberators at the back. What can Denver do? Fungals again. The fungal Baneling combination is very good here. Can he do it? The natural hatch is under fire. Once again here, and again, I think it is going to fall. Baneling's trying to clear the Marines out. Can't get enough of them. And yes, the hatchery ends up falling. 9 drones killed. Long distance mining stuff happening. MperorM setting up shop in this natural base. Denver does not have enough to stop this from happening. He's working on +3/+3 for his Lings, but not going to be able to get there in time for this battle. That's for sure. Does he have enough Queens for these Liberators? He's working on a Spire, but it just seems like too late. It seems like it is too late for the Spire. Another Ling attack, though, with this 4th base. He does take it down. Orbital Command is gone. More and more SCVs getting killed as well, but it's 71 to 148 total supply. Small group of Marines and Marauders and Liberators setting up shop, and the Infestors getting killed by Widowmines and Liberators. That might be the last gasp here for Denver. He's down by 100 total supply. There's a raggedy group of Marines and Marauders inside the main base, taking down the Infestation Pit. Liberators setting up on this ramp to make sure nobody comes in to stop them. Where is the Spire? It's not there yet. It is not there yet. Hive getting destroyed as well. I think MperorM has won this thing. Setting up Defender mode circles at potential expansion locations for Denver. Beautiful display of forethought. Widowmines killing a lot of stuff. Maybe some friendly fire there as well. 7 kills on that one. Marines clearing out what is left of the natural. And that is it. A lull from Denver. Denver is defeated, and MperorM is victorious in this best of 5 series. Woo! That was a good one. That was a really entertaining best of 5. Again, it comes down to a 5th game, which is all we can ever ask for StarCraft 2 from an entertainment perspective. And MperorM, I mean, I know he has a lot more supply than his opponent right now, but it feels like he just barely kind of scragged his way to a win here. A lot of these units are very low on health. MperorM, again, just trying to do it with Infestor, Ling, Baneling. And if you can catch those Medivacs and Fungal Bile... Nope, he didn't have Ravagers. Why did he skip Ravagers again? Seems like he won the games where he got Ravagers and lost the ones where he didn't. Did he even have a Roach Warren? I don't know if he even had a Roach Warren. It was a lot of Ling, Baneling, Queen, Infestor, which just can't do it. Can't do it in Legacy of the Void. You got to have those Ravagers to deal with the Liberators. Again, that was a huge problem. The Liberators showed up. The Queens tried to do what they could, but I don't think he even had that many Queens, to be honest. At the end of the game, he had 0, but I don't think he was going Mass Queen for defense at all. Anyway, well done by MperorM. Just continued to push, really stuck with what got him here. Marines with upgrades, +3/+3 here is going to do you well every time. Widow Mines, as well planted in excellent locations. Lost his 4th, lost a lot of SCVs. 76 workers killed by Denver, and he lost. That is not something you see every day. I guess if you lose 67, it's a bit of a problem as well. MperorM had 72 at the end, though. He replaced those workers, no problem. No problem. Probably oversaturated a bit here at his 3rd base, and his natural and his main was mined out. So if this attack hadn't succeeded and Denver had been able to push it back and keep his worker count and his base count, I think he might have been okay, but this Liberator play was just too much. Just too much. 11 Liberators at the end of the game. That is a goodly number. All right, so well done to MperorM. And congratulations to Terrans everywhere for the victory today, and that is going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This time a series cast. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, Kayan, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Garlow, Alexander Canaras, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bob Brissett, Cale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Matt Hadin, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.